All right, let's first discuss tangent graph and why it will look the way it will. And it comes from the unit circle. Unit circle is really convenient to talk about sine and cosine and tangent ratios. In the unit circle, the x-coordinate is the cosine of that theta, this theta right here. And the y-coordinate is the sine of theta if the length is 1. And we know the tangent is, right, y over x. So sine over cosine, that's a tangent ratio. But because this length is 1, if I extend a length outside a circle like that, this length right here is tangent. If I call this length here, let's say c over 1 has to equal to the sine over cosine because that's a similar triangle, right? That triangle and that triangle is exact same proportion. So that proves that c is a tangent of theta. It's really because of the fact that the length at the bottom is 1. So you can think of it as if you're a really small rotation, that height is really small. But as the rotation gets bigger, this height becomes really tall, right? Taller and taller. So as this rotates, if you map the height to be your y, okay, so 0 to pi over 2. So as it gets closer to pi over 2, I can't even show it here. It goes off the screen. But it starts at 0, and at 45 degrees, it's nice. It's going to be exactly 1. 45, because this isn't 1. Out here is going to be 1. Right? Because this is 1, and it's an isosceles triangle. These two lengths must be same. Say 45, it's 1. So 1 at pi over 4. So from here, it's going to pass through there, and it's going to approach that vertical asymptote. And then also -1. Okay, so this is the graph of pi over 2. Here's pi, 3 pi over 2. And the pattern will repeat. Okay, here it's going to be now a negative infinity. This is because cosine is negative on this side. So we're going to start at negative infinity, approach that, and go back up. Exactly the same pattern repeating. So here's an animation for it. Do you see what's happening? As it rotates. Okay, let's do that again slowly. Rotates this much, that's the height. Rotate a little bit more, that's the height. Gets higher. That's exactly 1 now. And after 1, it's going to go really tall. Here, it's a really large value again because it has to go up really high. But it's negative. So it starts from negative, goes to pi, and goes up. And the pattern repeats. Okay. So you can see that the period, right? The period is exactly pi over 2 plus pi over 2. So it's equal to just pi, not 2 pi. All right. So now that we understand what a tangent graph looks like, let's use this graph to do some transformations on it. And for that, I'll see you in the next video.